prepared, you're on razor's edge, so I imagine you're going to come out smoking tomorrow night.
Yep, that's it. I made 63.5 like welterweight, and I feel super fast and sharp, and just how I want to fight fast and sharp.
Good luck, Heath, as you go into championship time. Heath Ellis, the Heat, Victoria's own. Good luck, Heath. Okay, we're talking to Brian Fogarty, who fights Heath Ellis for the Victorian vacant junior welterweight championship. Brian, how many times have you been to Victoria?
Well, 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times. Now you're with Philip Holliday, a former IBF world champion. Has he taught you some new techniques in boxing?
Yeah, he's taught me a lot of hard work, actually.
Has he? A lot of hard work?
Yeah.
What sort of things you've been doing in the lead up to this big fight?
Just a lot of runs and sprints, a lot of hard workouts on the pads.
On the pads? No running along the beach or anything like that?
No running on the beach, a lot of running on the road.
Is that right?
Not on the beach, yeah.
What do you do for a job, Brian?
I work some concrete.
Do you? That means you get up at what, 6 o'clock every morning?
Yeah.
But it's beautiful, of course, here in a great part of Australia, aren't you?
Right.
Brian, what do you know about Heath Ellis? Of course, you know the name Ellis pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's got all wins, and a lot of people say he's the next big thing, but, you know, he hasn't really fought anyone, so it's going to be a surprise, that's for sure.
Good on you, Brian. That's good words. Words to wisdom from Brian Fogarty, who fights Heath Ellis for the Victorian Championship. Good luck, Brian. Okay.
And next up, the vacant Victorian junior welterweight title. So we shuffle down a couple of divisions, and it's Brian Fogarty, 15 fights, 9 wins, 6 losses. Originally from Sydney, now based in Brisbane. Up against Heath Ellis, 5 fights, 5 wins, 2 inside the distance with very famous surname and the weight of expectation as well. 19 years of age, and he's conceding a couple of centimetres in height, a couple in reach as well, to a far more experienced campaigner. A big test for young Heath Ellis tonight. Heath has beaten Shane Green, Mike Ravetti, Ariel Amongos, Danapa Big Shot Camp, and Jimmy Savage most recently. Brad, you agree that the way they are handling the very young career of Heath Ellis in the right manner, and Brian Fogarty is quite a step up.
Very much so. And I mean, you know, you look at Heath, he's only had the 5 fights. Each time he's been asked to fight a better quality of fighter. He's fought some good fight. Mike Ravetti, he's fought the Mad Dog, and I mean, you know, he's beaten him and
Jimmy Savage.
Yeah, Jim Savage.
Former national champion.
Kid. Yeah, well, no, he wasn't.
National
he actually,
contender.
He fought Matt Pauly for the national championship. But, you know, he's trained up there by Bobby Wilson, and Bobby's a tough, hard taskmaster. And Jim's hard to beat. It was a very close fight when you look at the scores. There was only a point in it by 2 judges and 1 point in it by 2 points by the other. So, you know, he's stepped up to the plate, Heath Ellis. But tonight, as we look at that young man there, Brian Fogarty, and for those kickboxing fans there, Brian Fogarty holds a win over the preacher, Bruce McPhee. It happened in September the year 2000 at Alexandra Hills on a promotion put on by Brian Peden, the father of Bomber. So, I mean, he knows his way around. And if you're going to beat Bruce McPhee, the preacher, in anything, you can fight. So,
you got it.
And just a little bit of trivia, the man on the right-hand side there is, of course, Philip Holliday, the man who defended his IBF lightweight championship against Jeff Fennick. And what a fighter he was. Had his last fight. A little bit of trivia again, Andy. Tonight we've got 2 trainers who ended their career on the undercard to the Costa Zoo Jesse James Lahaya world title fight in Melbourne on the 19th of January 2003. Philip Holliday lost to Muhammad Abdullayev. That's right. And Brad Mayo, we saw a little early on, he lost to Danny Green. So just a little bit of talk for all of you guys at home. A little bit of info as we watch Heath Ellis. I like this young kid. Star of the future.
Keith Senior, Neil, and also Greggy Grogan.
He lets off a little bit of steam to relax as he comes to ringside. And a nice young kid outside the ring too, Andy.
Very much so, as we go to a nice young man inside the ring, Howard.
You're so kind, Andy Raymond. 8 rounds of boxing, semi-main event on a Murray Thompson Fighters Factory Mick Canavan Tribute Night in Melbourne at Fort Knox. 8 rounds, the Victorian Junior Welterweight Championship belt up for grabs. Introducing first in the red corner, Brad Fogarty said he was a kickboxer turned boxer. Born Hornsby, Sydney, New South Wales, now living in Cleveland, Brisbane. Within the corner, a distinguished fighter, former IBF, South African-based lightweight champion in the world, the man who put Jeff Fennick into retirement. He trains at the Redlands Amateur Boxing Gym in Ormiston. This young fighter's had 15 bouts, 9 wins, 6 losses, 2 inside the distance. At 63.60 kilograms, wearing trunks predominantly of blue with white trim. Would you welcome Queensland's Brian Fogarty. And across the ring in the blue corner, in his first state professional championship match from Greenvale, Melbourne's northwestern suburbs, in amateur boxing, a decorated 8 championships. He's only 19 years of age. At 63.50 kilograms, a student teacher, a perfect professional boxing record. You've seen him on Fox Sports before. 5 bouts, 5 wins, 2 inside the distance. Tassels of blue and gold and red. Would you welcome the Heath Ellis. Malcolm Molly, your referee, judges Don Theodoro, Andrew Campbell and Chris Anderson. 8 rounds of boxing, Victorian Junior Welterweight Championship.
Good, clean fight. Obey my instructions at all times. Is that clear? Remember, shake hands, we will come fight for the last round. Right? Good luck to both the fighters. May the best man win. Shake hands now.
Heath Ellis there with the black armband on in recognition of his uncle, Ian Pike, who 2 weeks ago passed away suddenly. Our thoughts and prayers with the extended family in these difficult times. Heath paying his respects in the ring on national television tonight. 8 rounds is the journey, as is the case with all state titles in 2007. Talented young kid, this one.
He looks 13 years of age, doesn't he, Andy? When you look at his face, 19 years of age.
Just so composed. Obviously, he's been in and around the fight game for so long.
And, you know, you'd like to think that there's not that added pressure of the Ellis name, you know. But I guess there is.
There is. And you can dissect it any way you like. There is.
Very much. Yeah, very much. And, you know, I just hope that he can maintain his focus and concentrate on his own career, create his own style. He is his own person. I know that his uncle Lester will be sitting right beside us here somewhere tonight. Behind us he was, and he'll be here looking with a lot of interest.
Master Blaster was here when the kid debuted on July 28 last year.
We saw it live here on Fox Sports right around the country. And it was a good debut too, and he defeated Shane Green, a rugged, tough Queenslander. I know Shane very well, trained by Leslie Wilson. Just taking his time here. He's not rushing. He's just thinking about the task ahead, looking for an opening, feeling his opponent out.
They're awkward punches coming from the hands of Brian Fogarty, and they're often bent arm punches, but he is able to generate a great deal of power due to that low centre of gravity.
Absolutely. He's got a lot of hand speed, Brian Fogarty. Been around a long time, fought some very good fighters. Oh. He's hurt.
Yeah.
5.
He's got the rubber legs on.
7. 8. Go for
Minute or just over remaining in round number 1.
Andy, pinch me. Is this actually happening?
Oh, Ellis goes for the wild one.
That was a club.
Let him go.
A slip has been ruled by Malcolm Bullner.
You make gloves. You make gloves. You make gloves.
He's still unsteady.
He is not well at all, Brian Fogarty. Oh, Ellis took one on the chin there, and it was a good left hand.
Nice little left hook.
Fogarty.
He needs to be a bit careful, Heath. Brian's a good fighter, been around a long time. Clubbing left hook by Heath Ellis again. I keep calling him Keith.
Keith Senior is here, but not Keith K-E-E-F, as in Keefy.
Keefy.
Keefy would be watching somewhere.
He will be. The Ellis tradition, the Ellis dynasty is continuing with young Heath Ellis. Geez, he's composed and he's just taking his time. I guess that left hook that he got hit with as he tried to come in to put the finishing touches on Brian was a good round.
It's the amazing part, in my estimation anyway, and it is only my opinion, but the athletes are getting better at a young age, but the difference, I think, is they're far more composed at a young age, and I'm talking on a variety of sports, whether you're talking Sonny Bill Williams in the rugby league or you're talking a guy like Heath Ellis. They've just got older heads on their shoulders. That was the money shot. It was a good two-punch combination. The right hand found the mark. It's this left hand that does the damage.
And that's great. You know, when you throw that right hand, the obligatory left hook needs to follow.
And I still think Brian Fogarty looks a little unsteady.
I'm sure he does. And after getting hit with a punch like that, I think I would too, Andy.
Most certainly.
We heard some good words of advice there from Greggy Grogan, and he's had young Heath Ellis all his career. Hasn't changed trainers. Of course, you know, Team Ellis with his father Neil and Keith Ellis Sr. in the corner have been with him all the time. But Greg Grogan is a very composed trainer, a very neat, tidy person. He teaches all these kids the right way, not only just inside the boxing, but outside as well. And a very handy fighter in the late 79 and 1980. Had 4 fights, 4 wins. Beat the guys like Guinea Hillier and Buddy Clare. I mean, they were good fighters, but Greggy beat those guys. So at a little lightweight.
Oh, a good left hand again from Heath Ellis.
Now, Heath is very composed, but you notice when he hits him with a punch, he goes wild and he starts to wing him from everywhere, doesn't he? That's going to be his downfall, if anything.
Oh, good right hand, Heath Ellis. Now he opens up on Fogarty. Maybe it's not a matter of if now, but a matter of when. As Ellis is now on the back foot, just trying to stay away from the barrage. The defensive retreat, if you like, of Brian Fogarty. When I say defensive retreat, he was left with no other option. He had to move onto the front foot as his defence.
Well, he just, you know, he really bit down hard on the mouthguard. He charged at Heath Ellis and just wanted to square up a little bit. It's like a street fight. What, you hit me and I'm going to hit you 2 times back. He's a tough kid, Brian Fogarty. He knows his way around a ring. Been hit by the very best of them in the past. We've seen him here on Fox Sports right at this very venue when he fought another little fighter that Murray Thompson had for a short time, a little Chinese fighter by the name of Wu Xiong. He's fought Shannon McMahon, Paul Tapley, Nick Tatoris, Shane Winter a couple of times.
Both guys just a little tentative at the moment. Final minute of round number 2. Looking for the overhand right.
Just trying to load up a little bit too much for my liking, Heath Ellis.
Money punch for Heath appears to be that left hook. That's where he's done the most damage, and the only damage, if you like.
You know, I'd like to see Heath just become a little more composed. Left lead, left lead, left lead. Right hand, left hook. Just go back to the basics, Andy. The basics, left, 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 right, left, and tighten that left hook up. Then use left hook to the body, left hook to the head. And I think that he'll pay dividends for him.
Just tapped a little bit there twice. In fact, by Fogarty was Ellis.
He's not done with Brian Fogarty. He's a good fighter.
Okay, you're getting tense out there. You're trying to whack him too hard. Okay, you gave him back to him, which is a good thing. Okay, you gave him back hard. But I want you to just rather use speed. Okay, just relax a little bit more. Because he caught you a good punch and you went back and you got back. Okay, you're tensing up, it's slowing you down, which is making you miss. Okay, just relax a little bit. Okay, I know the fight will start getting mixing up. Okay, you start coming for you. You'll start coming for you. I hear the keep saying, go, 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 go. Okay, wait for him, but you got to keep your hands up, Brian. I need you to keep your hands up. Okay. Just nice and relax.
There's the straight right from Heath Ellis. And Brian Fogarty's response was an aggressive one. The left hand, though.
That's a beautiful punch.
Seconds out as we approach
the baby-faced assassin, Heath Ellis.
Stay in your corner. Box.
He loses a little bit of composure, doesn't he, Andy? When he hits his opponent with a good punch, he loses that little bit of composure and starts to spray his punches. He sort of tends to become a little bit wild and woolly. That'll come out of him in a little while. A clear, definitive 10-9 round. I almost scored that a 10-8 round without a knockdown, Andy.
So 2017 is how it stands unofficially on Brad's scorecard. Mine's identical.
And some good words of advice from Philip Holliday there that, you know, just take your time, don't load up. He's well balanced, Heath Ellis, isn't he? Works off that front foot. You know, he sets himself, works his opponent around, then all of a sudden he says, no, I don't like that. He'll step back on the back foot and take a little bit of a skip and work his way around into another corner.
Oh, the boys are getting wild again.
There's some fast punches there. Fogarty threw a great straight right, only to be clubbed with that left hook over the top by Heath. And that's scaring him from coming in.
Halfway through round 3. Both guys very methodical in their approach tonight. Rightfully so too. Both these guys possess a knockout shot, as their records suggest.
Both just feeling each other out. They both stung each other. And I think that Heath has stung Brian more than Brian has stung Heath, but also he has been hit by Brian, so he knows that he can hurt him. Been a professional for 1 year tomorrow, Heath Ellis. It was 1 year ago tomorrow, 364 days today, I guess you'd have to call that. And we saw him right here at this venue when he made his professional debut. Not a lot of action happening now, just a feeling out. Nice left leads from Brian Fogarty.
You say there's not a lot happening. You're exactly right as far as the action generated by punches, but I'm enjoying watching and studying the contest and just the different mindset of the two guys. End of round number 3. Close around that one, undeniably.
Absolutely a close around.
Sparring session. We're here to fight. It's not something we're just here to have a happy birthday. We've got to put some time in, mate. Start working. You know you've got the ability.
Okay, let's take a look at some of what we've seen on big time boxing so far in this battle for the vacant Victorian Junior welterweight title. First 2 rounds, my estimation, very clearly Heath Ellis rounds. Oh, cliche, but I wouldn't be writing Brian Fogarty off just yet.
Not at all. And Andy, I don't know if you felt the same as I did, but looking at both corners, hearing what they both had, there's a sense of urgency from both corners now.
Yeah,
there was a real sense of urgency from Greg Rogan to Heath Ellis there. He really didn't mince his words.
Box.
Said it's not a sparring session. We're here to fight. There's a Victorian Championship on the line. Get out and do the business. But he's got a difficult, hard opponent that's been around for a long time. He's been a professional for 9 years and 4 months. Brian Fogarty, 112 months. I guess, oh, a nice left rip to the body by Fogarty.
Brian fought earlier this year in March, I speak of, but that was his first fight since July 2000 or September 2005. His win over Mike Ravetti. So he too is experiencing more ring rust at the moment and getting that familiarisation process really working.
We had a change of trainers too, Andy.
Yep.
This is his second fight with Philip Holiday, so they're still working on new things and trying to create some different arsenal to his attack. He's trying to fight Heath Ellis long here.
Which is not a natural way, I would suspect, that Brian Fogarty does fight, because his punches generally aren't
angled.
Straight arm punches. Yeah, they're angled punches. Really trying to generate additional power from the hips and through the shoulders.
You picked that very early when you saw him throw that real clubbing.
Oh, Fogarty. Fogarty is down. That is a big shot from Heath Ellis.
Hey, right to your hand.
Allowed to box on. A minute 30 remains. Oh, Fogarty clubbed again. We are not far from stopping. It is over. It is over. Heath Ellis wins the first title of what could be many in his professional career.
Sit down for a while.
Good call by Philip Holiday. Threw the towel in as well. He wasn't going to get his young fighter hurt.
He threw the towel in exactly at the same point that our referee Malcolm Bulmer said, "That'll do me." And the timing was right.
A couple of beautiful left hooks.
Knockout winner, round number 4.
It's our first stoppage tonight. A technical knockout. Referee Malcolm Bulmer never reached the count of 10, so we class that as a technical knockout. You know, on the record it'll only read perhaps knockout or technical knockout, but you know, with your counter fighter out, you reach the count of 10. Daniel Ionazzo, a long-time friend of Heath Ellis. Look at this left hook.
Oh, bam! He got him.
It doesn't get any sweeter than that. But hey, now watch this. You watch Brian Fogarty get up. How tough is this young kid?
There's a big one here too.
Right on the temple, right on the eye. There was
Very
another left hook in between there, Andy.
Yeah, there was.
There was another left hook.
3 punches that separated the fighters ultimately, and Heath Ellis is victorious. Let's go to Howard Lee.
Thank you, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute, 31 seconds into round 4. Referee Malcolm Bulmer waved the contest off at the same time. Philip Holiday threw in the towel. Your new Victorian Junior Welterweight Champion, the Heat, Heath Ellis. Heath, congratulations. A big left hook there, punishing tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Howard. You know, I was stalking a bit. I should have been fighting more. It was probably a boring fight, but I caught him in the end, you know, and I hope the crowd liked it a lot.
They did, and who have you got to thank there, briefly?
I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Elio Dario from Champion Memorabilia, Peter Nazo from Mooney Valley Crash Repairs, Craig from Fairtex Boxing Gear, and Nick Root from Pharmacy Carlton. And I'd like to dedicate this fight to my uncle that recently passed away. I love you, and I hope you've got all the best. Thanks, everyone.
Les Ellis's nephew.